In a small, forgotten town in West Virginia, there was a coal miner named James Carter. He was 35, tired and broken. Every morning at 4 a.m., he kissed his sleeping wife Sarah and his 2 little daughters goodbye, went down 800 feet into the black earth, and came back 12 hours later covered in coal dust. The pay was just enough to keep the lights on. His back hurt all the time. His dreams had died years ago. One night, after another 14-hour shift, he sat on the porch with a bottle in his hand and looked at the stars. "God," he whispered, "if you're real, why is my life so hard?" No answer came, but something inside him refused to give up. That night he made a promise to himself. "I will pray every single day until something changes." Little did he know that promise would turn everything upside down. The next morning, James woke up at 3:30 a.m., knelt beside his bed and prayed for the first time in 15 years. He didn't know fancy words. He just said, "Lord, I'm tired. Show me the way." Then he opened an old Bible his grandmother had given him. The pages were yellow, but the words felt alive. He started reading one chapter every night after work. Weeks passed. Nothing big happened. The mine was still dark, the bills still came, but something inside James was changing. He stopped drinking. He started smiling at his daughters again. Sarah noticed. One evening she asked, "James, what's different about you?" He answered softly, "I found hope again." Then came the worst day of his life. October 17th. A tunnel collapsed. James and 5 other men were trapped 900 feet underground with only a few hours of oxygen. Darkness, dust, fear. The men started panicking. But James remembered his promise. He gathered everyone in a circle and said, "Let's pray." Some laughed at first. Then they all bowed their heads. James prayed out loud, "God, you brought Daniel out of the lion's den. You parted the Red Sea. We are your children. Please make a way." For 6 hours they prayed and sang hymns in the darkness. Suddenly they heard drilling. Rescue teams had located them. After 42 hours, every single man walked out alive. The newspapers called it a miracle. When James stepped into the sunlight, cameras flashed. Reporters shouted, "How did you survive?" James took the microphone and said only 7 words, "Faith in God can change your life." That video went viral. Millions watched. Offers started coming. A big Christian radio station invited him to share his story. A publisher offered him a book deal, but James refused everything at first. He went back to the mine. He wanted to finish what he started. Yet God had different plans. 6 months later, the mine announced permanent closure. 300 men lost their jobs, James included. Sarah cried. They had $400 in the bank and a mortgage. That night James opened his Bible again. A verse jumped out. "See, I am doing a new thing." Isaiah 43:19. The next morning he started writing his story on an old laptop. He titled it 900 Feet to Heaven. He uploaded the first chapter for free online. Within weeks, thousands were reading it. A Christian publisher saw it and offered a real contract. The book became a bestseller. With the book money, James paid off his house. He started a small ministry helping unemployed miners. Every Sunday he spoke in churches. People drove hours just to hear the man who survived by prayer. He never charged a fee. He always ended with the same line, "I was a broken miner. God turned my mess into a message." Years passed. James built a rehabilitation center for addicted minors. He started a scholarship for minors' children. His daughters went to college on full scholarships because strangers believed in their father's faith. One day, a young man walked into his office, tears in his eyes. He said, "Mr. Carter, I was going to end my life. I watched your interview. Because of you, I gave my life to God." James cried. He realized the collapse wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Today, James is 60 years old. He still goes down into mines, but not to dig coal. He goes to pray with the men who still work there. He carries the same old Bible, now falling apart from use. Every year on October 17th, the 6 survivors meet and thank God together. They call themselves the Miracle 6. If you are watching this and you feel trapped, if your life feels dark and hopeless, remember James Carter, a simple miner who decided to pray when everything was lost. He didn't have much, but he had faith. And faith in God changed everything. So wherever you are right now, close your eyes and say this simple prayer. God, if you're real, show me the way. Then open your heart and watch what he does. Because the same God who heard a miner 900 feet underground is listening to you right now. Faith in God can change your life. It changed James Carter's life. It can change yours too. This is Mind Boost Audio. Keep the faith.